Yo, what is up guys, Trickster here, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys the best settings to improve your KD, improve your win-loss, win more gunfights, everything like that in today's video. Before we do get into today's settings, if you guys are new, make sure you guys do click that subscribe button. We are almost halfway to 600 subscribers, so that would help me out a lot, and hit the like button if these settings do help you out in today's video. Without a doubt, let's get right into today's settings. So the first setting we have right here is look inversion. I do have this on standard. I do not want to play inverted, because what inverted does basically is when you hit the left on the move the joystick left, it will go right. If you move it right, it'll go left. So definitely just keep that on standard. And unless you've been playing inverted for a while, that is very hard to get used to. So I just have it on standard, guys. I look sensitivity and horizontal and vertical, I do have 14-14, which is the highest, just because the higher sensitivity, the higher chance you have of winning gunfights. If a guy's behind you in a corner, you can turn around so much faster. And I don't know. I don't like moving slow, so this can help you win many gunfights. There's guys behind you, guys to your left or right, you can move way faster. And especially because lots of people are keyboarding now in Black Ops 4, so if you want to be able to compete with them, you have a higher chance if you do have a higher sensitivity. So you can move left, right, and up and down faster with 14-14. For my ADS sensitivity, guys, I do have 1.25. It allows you to aim down sights faster. So when using an AR like a ICR or some Rampart, something that aims in pretty slow or slower than an SMG, the higher ADS sensitivity you have, it makes your gun aim down sights faster, obviously. So if you have this when running an AR, it helps you win more gunfights against, let's say, a SOG. If they're up close, an SMG aims in faster. So if you're running an AR or you're mainly an AR player, I do recommend running a 1.25 ADS or higher if you guys can, because it does help you win the gunfights against those SMGs. My high zoom sensitivity, I do have 1x target assist and aim assist. I do have both of them on, guys. Controller vibration, this is a big one. You do want to have this off. You do not want this on, guys, because when you're in a gunfight, you don't want your controller shaking. That messes up your aim pretty easy. Or if you get stunned or something and controller shakes, it can cause you to lose many gunfights just by messing up your aim a tad bit when your controller does shake. Sprint cancels reload, I do have that off. I don't have that on, so say if I'm in a gunfight and I have to run away to reload, I don't want to have to run away, hide behind something, then reload. I'd rather just be able to reload while I am running away from a gunfight, just so I can reach out faster. But I do have this setting off. Auto mantle, I also do have that off, guys. I don't want to be in the middle of a gunfight jumping. If you jump a lot, you definitely need to have auto mantle off. Just like I do jump around a lot, so that's the main reason I do have the setting off. It's basically, so say I'm jumping near a railing or something, and my guy would, if I had this on, my guy would try to climb over the railing automatically. And you don't want to climb over a railing or auto mantle something in the middle of a gunfight, because you can't shoot when you are mantling, so you definitely will lose lots of gunfights if you do have auto mantle on, so make sure that is off. Auto sprint, I also do have that off because I don't want to die because something like having auto sprint on by running off the map. Because if you're near the edge of the map and you do push your joysticks down, your guy just does keep running when you do have this on. If you just push it down once, you don't have to keep pressing it if you do have auto sprint on. So make sure that is off, guys. Stick layout, default. Button layout, stick and move. Stick and move is one of the best button layouts in Call of Duty history, guys. It's basically a cheaper version of a scuff, because the main thing about a scuff that I like is that you don't have to move your finger from the joystick to the X button to jump. But I don't have a scuff. I have a normal controller, guys. And this basically makes it so you don't have to move your finger from the joystick to the X in a gunfight to jump. So it makes you keep your aim steady during gunfights if you do jump a lot. You just push down the joystick, and that'll allow you guys to jump. L1 and R1 and L2 and R2, guys, I do have on default. I don't have it flipped. If you played older Call of Duties or you haven't played COD in a while, you might want to play flipped, just because older Call of Duties you did shoot with the bottom buttons. Or, I mean, yeah, you shot with the top buttons in some older Call of Duty, so if you do play older Call of Duty, you might want to play with it flipped. But I do play default, guys, so I heal with L1 and I shoot with the bottom buttons. And people say if you do it with flipped, you get faster shoot and aim reaction time, but I do not believe so, guys, so I just play with that on default. For my graphics, I do have on 60% brightness, which is 10% above the middle, because you don't want it too dark and you don't want it too bright, because if you do have it too bright, it will definitely hurt your eyes when playing for a long period of time. Colorblind mode, I do have off. Player name indicator, you want their full name. It's easier to see across the map, so if you know if a guy's sniping, so you don't just chow him. That would cause you pretty simple deaths right there. And split screen orientation, I do have horizontal. My audio, master volume on 10, because I do have Astro A40s. If you have a good headset, I do recommend turning the volume all the way up, in the in-game volume at least, just so you can hear footsteps way easier. Audio system test, that's just so you can play it to hear your volume, guys. And audio presets, I do have Super Crunch, which is what works best for my headset. You can adjust that based off the headset you guys do have. Subtitles I do have off. I don't have them on. I don't like things popping on my screen because it draws my eyes to the subtitle, so it'll mess me up in gunfights and games in general. Voice volume 8, music volume 10, team chat voice volume at 8, sound effects volume at 9, and cinematics volume at 10. Those are my final settings, guys. So if these settings do help you out, make sure you guys do leave a like on today's video and let me know in the comment section down below.